Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Hello, everyone online. Welcome to the General Government Subcommittee of the Springfield City Council. It is now 4:33. We have one item on the agenda, which is the Youth Commission. And I see we are joined by Councilor Walsh. We're also joined by Councilor LeVar Click Bruce. I don't know if you see anyone else from your department, Commissioner. We're joined by Commissioner Helen Colton Harris from the Department of Health and Human Services.
Chanel Ford from the Department of Health and Human Services, the Health and Racial Equity Coordinator. And then I thought I saw Ann Kissel, Deputy Commissioner, somewhere.
Yes, I'm here, Commissioner.
Okay, so those are the two from my staff.
Okay.
Justin, I'm here. Ken Shea, I don't know if I'm showing up.
Attorney Shea, we see you. I also see Madam President Whitfield, and then I'm now joined by Councilor Martin. And so let's dive right in. Commissioner, thank you so much. And Chanel, thank you so much for presenting this to the City Council. There are a few questions I have, but I think before we get started, why don't we just do a brief overview of the Youth Commission, and why don't you explain how it is that we got here, either Chanel or Commissioner?
So the Youth Commission was very active maybe 25 years ago in our city, and it was born out of needing to hear youth voices in our city. And so when Chanel Ford joined the department as the Health and Racial Equity Coordinator, we began to look at many of our old ordinances and thinking about there's also a Human Relations Commission that has not been active in forever. And I'm saying that just to say we took a look, and the Youth Commission was something that we thought was important to consider bringing back so that we could have youth voices centered in all of our conversations. And so that was the impetus. We then went to the law department. And after meeting with the law department, I think, Chanel, we met with the mayor as well, didn't we? Yes.
Yes.
We met with the mayor and pitched the idea that we'd like to have a youth commission. We then met with the law department. So that is the process of us getting here.
Okay. Well, certainly, thank you, Commissioner. I have a few questions. I appreciate the solicitor for sending us the old version as well as the new version. And so what I'd like to do is just highlight some of the questions that I have and some of the questions that I heard from the City Council that evening. And then we'll turn it over to the rest of my colleagues in the event that you all have questions or want to chime in. So I appreciate, again, getting both the previous version and this version. I guess my first question to you is why the request for an increase in numbers? I see you're looking to take it from 11 to 17.
It was important for us to think about representation across the city. And looking at the grades from 7 to 11, actually, and making sure that we had youth who were in those grades who could be a part of the commission. The old ordinance, if you look at it, really did not have a good representation of youth, because the 5 individuals who were established here were really, how many does it say? At least 2 of whom shall be from 18 to 21. We wanted it to be more centered in our public schools, but that is how it got extended.
Okay. And I guess speaking of the adults on this particular youth commission, when I look at this ordinance, it seems like there are still an awful lot of adults. Is there a reason for that? And when I look at it, there are 6 adults as the ordinance is written, and then you have 11 students who will be part of this youth commission. Is there a reason for so many adults?
So let's look at who those adults are. We felt that it was important that the superintendent of police or a designee be there because when we're talking with youth at the table, we just want to make sure that we're centered in as well as far as Springfield Police is concerned. Superintendent of schools, that obviously is important to us because we're pulling from the school departments. The parks director is negotiable at this point. So I just put that out there for a later conversation.
Okay.
The vice chairman of the school committee, again, having the member of the school committee there. The commissioner or the designee, that's me. And so obviously, because Chanel is anticipated to be the staff person who is going to facilitate this, it's important, obviously, that the department be there as well. The representative from the mayor's office. So those are the adults, and that's my understanding of the reason for the expansion of those adults.
Okay, and the sort of elephant in the room, which folks touched upon on Monday. I know there were a number of city councilors who felt it was extremely disrespectful that they were not necessarily involved, not necessarily, they were not involved in the ordinance as is written. And I think they were even more disappointed when folks went back and looked at the previous ordinance where the city council did have a role, the president of the city council or his or her designee was on the youth commission previously. So I'm sure, considering all of the pushback that you saw and the fact that you all want to move this ordinance forward, that you all went back to the drawing board and ultimately chose to include someone from the city council. Would that be accurate, or is that up for discussion?
That would be correct. We are asking that the parks director be removed and be replaced with the previous language that the president of the city council or their designee should be one of those positions.
I figured that would not be an issue of discussion for this particular meeting. So thank you for that. Thank you to the mayor. Thank you, Chanel, and whoever made such a wise decision, considering that we all want to see this youth commission move forward. There was another question that was raised at the meeting, and it was why or what is the anticipated selection process of our young people?
The selection process, as written in the ordinance, would be that the mayor would select the youth for the commission. They would be, as most boards and commissions are, they would be appointed by the mayor of the city. That certainly is something we can have a discussion about. I heard also at the meeting, Councilor Goban talk about her youth that she has in Indian Orchard. I think Council President Whitfield talked about youth. So maybe there's another process, but this is just standard for boards and commissions for the city of Springfield.
So are there any qualifications that you're looking for? I certainly see that it does read that the mayor has the appointment powers here. Are there any qualifications that folks are looking in? What goes into selecting those young people? Have you all got to that point yet, or are you going to select them from various areas of the city?
Definitely want to make sure all areas of the city are represented. That is, so the geographical piece is going to be very important to us as we move this forward. Chanel, I know that you're working on a document that had some criteria in it, but we are not ready to move forward with that at this point because we haven't vetted it, but we are looking at criteria.
Okay, and so I guess I will close out with my recommendation, since that was the last question that I had, and then I'll open the floor up to my colleagues who are present. My recommendation, Commissioner, is that the city council or the city council president or their designee get to appoint 3 of the 11 young people. And so that, I understand that the mayor has the appointment powers, but I also understand that, your city council, in my opinion, is closest to the residents. And they certainly as close as the mayor. And they have a pulse on our young people just as much as the mayor does. And there may be some things that the mayor might not be hearing that some of my colleagues may be hearing. And I just think that them having a say in terms of who is appointed would go a long way in terms of this passing seamlessly on Monday. These appointments are not the same as the police commission, something that is, certainly I would imagine would have, had a lot of back and forth. Seems to me that it's more than reasonable to have the city council be involved in the appointment process if you all are amenable. So if you could take that back to the mayor, and I'm sure the mayor actually would be amenable to it. So hopefully that'll come, or you all will come before us on Monday with some positive news so that we can get this youth commission up and running as quickly as possible.
Thank you. We would be so appreciative. But yes, we are, I'm sure that is an amendment we should be able to get through seamlessly.
Under your leadership, Commissioner, I would not doubt it. So I know Councilor Martin, you have a question, and if my colleagues want to raise their hand in the queue, I will go to you next.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Not really a question, more or less just a comment. If I remember correctly, I believe Monday night, Council President Whitfield had referred to our colleague, Councilor Cliff Bruce, as a, more than optimal choice for this, being the city council designee. Ultimately, it is her decision, but I just, I see our colleague in the conference call right now. I do want to reiterate that point in the letter I had sent earlier, that I do believe Councilor Cliff Bruce would be ultimately the best option for our city council designee. More than qualified as a coach, as a family man with great values, and he would be a phenomenal fit. So I wanted just to put that again on the record. And thank you again, Commissioner Colton Harris, for your tireless work, and looking forward to seeing how we can help the youth in Springfield.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you, Councilor Martin. And I didn't say it before, but Chanel, I'm super excited that you're actually the one that is going to re-energize and reinvigorate this particular commission. Certainly think you're a little younger than I, and probably have a good pulse on on our young people. And so I couldn't think of a better person to lead this youth commission. So I'm super excited in light of everything that is going on right now. Especially as it pertains to our youth down at Union Station. So I think this will go a long way. Are there any other questions or comments from our colleagues on the council? I see we're joined by Councilor Victor Davila, who is also a member of this committee. Any other comments?
The individual from the National Center for.
Yes, Ms. Cruz.
Ms.
I think that is Ms. Cruz. If there are no other comments from my counselors, I will certainly turn it over to Ms. Cruz if you want to say something.
If I may, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Madam President. I didn't see your hand up, Madam President.
Oh, I didn't raise it, Counselor.
I'm just messing with you, Madam President. The floor is yours.
No, I just wanted to say thank you very much to you and the commissioner for capturing all of those details that we said at the meeting. You captured them wonderfully and articulated them wonderfully, and just wanted to say thank both of you for that. That is all. I agree with everything that you proposed.
Thank you, Council President.
Welcome.
Thank you, Madam President. Are there any other comments from counselors again?
Yeah, I'm trying to raise my hand.
Okay, Councilor Walsh.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair, and I agree with the City Council President that without these changes, the City Council would have balked at passing this. So I'm happy to see that the City Council will play a role. I like the idea of City Council actually having 3 appointments. And I hope we'll be very successful, but I am glad that we've been able to work out some of these differences to get it going.
Thank you, Councilor Walsh.
Thank you, Councilor Walsh. Are there any other comments from my colleagues?
I do want to say that Chanel Ford has 2 young children in Springfield Public Schools.
Okay.
So I think as we think about working with youth, she does that every day.
Her and I both. Go ahead, Chanel.
That's
I
good.
just wanted to say thank you. I am grateful just to be able to serve in this capacity and just to help elevate and amplify the youth voice, because that is exactly why we are here. And all of us are here, for that purpose. And it is a beautiful thing to be able to help reimagine this commission and really move it forward together. So I am really grateful for this citywide partnership and really looking forward to really engaging with the youth and really, just having them centered, especially as you alluded to, Mr. Chair, all the things that are happening in the city right now. And we need now more than ever to come together and to support one another in all levels of the city. So again, I am just grateful to be in this number and to support in whatever way that I possibly can.
Thank you, Chanel.
Thank you, Chanel. Ms. Cruz, did you want to say something? I know I'm putting you on the spot here.
No, it's okay. I'm actually just here to stay civically engaged and support as well. I'm willing to assist with any youth civic engagement within the city.
Much appreciated, and thank you for your participation. I do want to echo the sentiments of my colleague. I know it is up to Madam President, and she will do an excellent job in selecting the designee, but I also want to recognize and acknowledge Councilor Click Bruce for all of the work that he does with young people. And if it is going to be someone on the city council, I can't think of anyone more perfect for the role than Councilor Click Bruce. Appreciate all of your efforts and everything that you do for our young people. Councilor, Madam President, you're going to close us out.
I am, because I did actually select Counselor Click Bruce for the Youth Commission and Chanel Ford. So I think both of them are perfect choices. They do a lot for the youth in the community, whether it's with their own or others. They do a phenomenal job, and I just wanted to verbally say I think both of them are perfect choices, and we got great things ahead for the city of Springfield with them at the helm and under the direction of the Commissioner Colton Harris.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Madam. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just want to say thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you, Madam President. Councilor Click Bruce, close us out, sir.
Yeah, it's more of a thank you, Chair. More of a just want to say thank you. I wasn't going to say anything, but thank you for my colleagues having the confidence in me. Thank you, Commissioner, for all the work that you do, and my little sister Chanel. Thank you as well. And I'm just looking forward to whether I'm involved the designee or not. Just looking to really get this kicked off and really great for our city. Quite frankly, that's what it's all about. Always been about that, and always been about the youth anyway. That's my passion, to make sure our youth are guided in the right direction. So again, thank you to my colleagues. I really, truly appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Councilor Click Bruce, if we could have a motion to send this back to the to the full body of the city council with an affirmative approval from the subcommittee, it would be greatly appreciated. And that's subject to us getting some appointments. The number I'll leave up to the commissioner. So moved by Councilor Davila.
Second.
Seconded by Councilor Martin. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it. Can we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion made, seconded by Councilor Davila. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you all. Have a wonderful afternoon and stay cool.
Good day.